Hello everyone and welcome to the next episode of World of Warcraft cooking. Alright, today we are going to make Sugar-Dusted Choux Twists, which are going to be these. It's pretty easy to make. There's only a few ingredients. A cup of water, 1 stick of salted butter, 2 tablespoons of sugar, a cup of flour, 4 eggs, a batch of whipped cream, a batch of drizzled icing and glaze, and confectionate sugar is optional. Alright, so I have my oven already preheating to 425. I have to line 2 baking sheets with parchment paper. And then a second step is to combine water, butter, and sugar in a sauce pot over medium heat and bring to a simmer. Add the flour and stir, cooking for another minute or so until the dough pulls away from the sides. Remove from heat. Then step 3 is transfer the dough into a large bowl and let cool slightly for about 5 minutes. While mixing with a hand mixer, add in an egg at a time and pausing until each is fully incorporated into the dough. When finished, you should have a nice glossy batter. Okay. Then transfer the mixture into a pastry bag with a large star tip. Using a zigzag motion, pipe the pastry onto the prepared baking sheets in shapes about 3 inches long and 1 inch wide. Bake one pan at a time for 15 to 20 minutes until the pastries are golden and slightly crisp. Remove from oven and allow to cool completely. To fill pastries, poke 2 holes in the underside of each. Carefully insert the tip of the piping bag into the holes and squeeze some whipped cream in, shifting to the tip to make sure you fill the pastry end to end. Set on a cooling rack on top of a baking sheet, then dip each filled pastry in the drizzled icing glaze, letting any excess drip off. Set on the rack and dry and dust with confectionate sugar. If desired, serve immediately. So those are the steps that we're going to be taking to get this done. It doesn't seem like a very long project. So let's get started. Let's turn this for you. Again, it is going to be a very simple cookie, I guess you could say. So let's get our pans ready. I'm going to leave this one over here. Alright, so medium saucepan, medium heat. We need to add water, butter, and sugar. So, stick of butter, cup of water, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. Now, my tablespoon broke. I don't know how, but it did. So we're going to have to use what is this? Actually, I could just use this. 2 tablespoons, right? Awesome. Let's get some. Alright. So there's 2 tablespoons. Let's get this, a whole stick of butter into the pot. Alright, that's good. I'm going to add a cup of water and 2 tablespoons sugar. Alright, that's good. And then a cup of flour. So I just need the big cup. Alright, so I have the cup of flour already. So I'm going to put the flour and the sugar away. That's done. Alright. So let's go ahead and take our wooden spoon and just kind of mix this together. kind of let it get to a simmer like it says. I hope you guys are having a great Monday. I am. I'm off today, so I decided to make a cooking video today. Said, hey, you know what? Why not? Add the flour and stir, cooking for another minute or so. All right. So then I'm actually gonna get a plastic bag for so I can do the twists. Since I don't have a pastry bag, I'm gonna let this cook. Stir it a little. 4 eggs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Set these off to the side. And then we do need a hand mixer, which I have, so I can stir in the eggs. And we gotta let that go to a simmer, so it should take a few minutes. Alright. Let me unplug this. Get that in. And then let me just get a big bowl. That way when it's done, we can put it right in. Alright, that's all set. Oven looks good. Gotta stir this a little. Let's get a bowl. Actually, you know what? Let's taking out another bowl so we can make the whipped cream. So I decided that I think I'm gonna cook or do cooking videos. I'm gonna post them every Monday. Actually, you know what? I could sit down for this until that gets where it needs to be. So let's. Yeah, actually, I could turn it this way a little. So yeah, I think every Monday is going to be a cooking video. Obviously, I'm going to cook beforehand, and then post it on Monday. So Mondays cooking videos, and then Wednesdays and Fridays are going to be gaming videos. I feel like that was a nice way to start the week with a cooking video. I know I'm going to be cooking a few more things this week. I know we are going to be cooking, what is it, the bat wings, and then there was another thing I wanted to cook. I'm retrying the buzzard bites again, and then there was maybe this was it. So there's at least going to be 3 cooking videos that are going to be made this week, but you won't see them until Mondays. So it should be fun. Yeah, that's really it. That's what I wanted to say. I was going to do a vlog today, but I said, you know what, let me cook first because I figured why not. So I'll probably be talking again about cooking videos in the vlog. So, and you'll see that today, Monday. Probably as soon as I'm done with this. But yeah, I decided to make these choux twists because it seemed really easy and very few ingredients, plus making homemade whipped cream and a nice glaze. So I say, why not? Alright, so this is bubbling. a little. That actually looks very weird. But we have to bring it to a simmer. So let's give this a few more minutes, and then what does it say to do? Alright, bring to a simmer, add the flour, and stir, cooking for another minute or so until the dough pulls away from the sides of the pan, and then we remove it from heat. Alright, well, it's making little bubbles now, so my guess is that I am good to go with stirring in the flour. So we're going to take the flour, and we're just going to add it in, and I'm just going to stir. Going to stir, and it says that it should pull away from the sides. That's what we want it to do. Then we're going to remove it from heat. As of right now, it looks like applesauce. Well, I got it. I'll show you what it looks like in just a second. Alright, then we remove it from heat, and we let that cool for about 5 minutes, it says. And then I'll just show you. That's what it looks like. It looks like mashed potatoes. So, alright. So add the flour, stir, remove from heat, transfer the dough into a large bowl, and let it cool slightly. So we're going to take this, add it right in there. We're going to let that cool. It says for about 5 minutes. Let cool slightly for about 5 minutes while mixing with a hand mixer, adding an egg at a time. So I'm actually going to get that ready. Sorry. Actually, you know what? We'll do it this way. We'll just use this. So I'm going to turn this, anchor this down a little, and then I'm going to start cracking. I'm going to crack. Alright, what time is it? So I'll give it until 1:06. And I'm going to crack all the eggs into a bowl and then add them in one at a time while mixing it, like it tells me to. I'd rather have these eggs done instead of me stopping, cracking them. It's just easier that way. Alright, looks good. Alright, so that is done. I'm going to wash my hands real quick. Alright. So, while mixing with a hand mixer, add in an egg at a time, pausing until each is fully incorporated into the dough. Alright, so actually we'll do 105 because I probably put it in there at 1 o'clock. And then transfer the mixture into a pastry bag with a large star tip. We don't have a star tip, so I'm just going to cut a small and then kind of just wave back and forth. That's nice that the oven is preheated. And then, so they take about 15 to 20 minutes until they're golden brown. So, okay, so then we have to let them cool completely. And then, while they're cooking, we can make the whipped cream and then the drizzle, which I'll need 2 more bowls, or 1 more bowl, I should say. Does it say? No, it just said with a hand mixer. give it one more minute, and then we are good to go. I'm surprised there's no vanilla in this batter. Oh, but there's vanilla. I think there's a vanilla in the whipped cream. Which I will say I'm very hesitant on making because they use granulated sugar and not powdered sugar. I feel like the granulated sugar, you really have to mix it to break it down, while the confectionate sugar just kind of blends in with the whipped cream. So, well, I'll do exactly what the recipe tells me. I'm just saying, I bought an extra heavy whipping cream just in case the first one don't turn out, and then I'll just make it with the confectioner sugars because that's how I usually do it. All right, let's do this. Look at go. Come on. This is a very thick batter. Probably how it should be. I'll wash my hand. And I'm going to take this and get everything. Off. It's not really helping. That works. Alright, then transfer the mixture into a pastry bag. So we are going to transfer it into here. I'm going to move this. We're done with that. Alright, let's get this all. It smells good, I'll tell you that. Alright. That looks like it's all of it. Just scrape the spoon. And then I'm going to close this. Get my hands another place. Alright, and then we're going to move. I'm going to move this bowl because we don't need it anymore. Table. I'll get a pan. And then it says so it's not going to look exactly like the picture because I don't have a star tip, but I think that looks pretty good, don't you think? Still got. I don't think these are exactly 3 inches long, but I'm definitely not going to get 18 out of these. But that's okay. I'm also not using a real piping bag either. Alright. I probably can get just and then let's see if I can get the last bit. Oh, not quite. That's okay. Alright. That goes in the trash, and then we're gonna cook these for. I'm gonna do 20 minutes. Alright, so then when that is done, I'm gonna wash these, and we're gonna make the whipped cream. It says it makes about 18 twists, so I don't know. Actually, why am I washing these? I don't need them. I don't need those to make whipped cream. I need the whisk. There we go. Alright, so let's turn to page 21. Okay, 25, 15, 21. Alright, so ingredients for a pint of whipping cream, 1 to 2 tablespoons of white sugar, and a dash of vanilla. Alright, so there is the heavy whipping cream. And it says I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of sugar because why not? Two tablespoons of sugar and a dash of vanilla. Right? Alright, and then all we do is we mix it. I think that's good. Let's have a taste test. I think powdered sugar has a little more sweetness to it, but it don't taste that bad. And then we have to make combine the confectionery sugars and vanilla. Okay, so I'm going to leave this to the side. Let's get out another bowl. This should be good. So we need a cup of confectioner's sugar. Oops. Let me just wash. Yeah, let me wash this out real quick. A cup of confectioner's sugar, a dash of vanilla, and 2 to 3 tablespoons of milk. All right. So let's do this cup of powdered sugar. Let's see. Combine, and then a dash of vanilla. Alright. And then it says 2 to 3 tablespoons of milk. But since so let me just rinse out this then. Alright, combine the conviction and vanilla, then gradually add in milk. So, do I have, I don't. I'll just use this. Alright. So, this is going to be 2 tablespoons of milk. For now. Let's just mix this all together. We are looking for a smooth, what does it say? Aim for a thick, smooth consistency that you can still drizzle. I honestly believe this is it. Hard to see, but it's definitely thick. It's runny, so we can drizzle. I think I'm going to stick with that. You know, I wonder... I'm going to add in just a little bit of powdered sugar to this. Just a little bit. And then kind of blend it together. Alright, now let's see how it tastes. Much better. Tastes a little bit sweeter. I'm proud of that. Alright, let's go back to our put the milk away. Okay, so now that those are cooking, let's turn this back over here. I'm afraid... There we go. Kind of. I'm afraid to fill these because I don't want to ruin it. And it says, carefully insert the tip of a piping bag into the holes and squeeze some whipped cream in, shifting the tip to make sure you fill each pastry end to end. I don't know if I want to do that. I'm debating what I want to do. Because we have to let these... You have to let these cool completely anyway. I feel like if I do that, I'm going to ruin the cookie. Or the twist. So I might just... I don't know. I mean, I got 9. So it's okay if it's okay if I test some stuff out. I was thinking about taking one of them and then adding the whipped cream and then kind of sandwiching them together, and then kind of drizzle the other stuff on. But we'll see. I'm going to leave the powdered sugar out because I feel like then it's going to be too sweet. Um, but yeah, I don't know. Poke 2 holes in the underside of each. I mean, they look. I don't know. We'll test it out. We'll test it out, and then we'll see. Um, we'll see how they work. If it falls apart, then maybe I won't do it. Mm. I bet's drizzled ice, which is this whipped cream, and then the confectioner sugar is optional to kind of brush on top. And it says we dip them in. Oh, I guess so. I don't know what. I don't know. We have 6 minutes left. I'm just trying to think, like, I guess it would work. Right? You could poke holes into these right there, and then there, and the bottom, and then fill them. But I don't know how you're supposed to. I don't know. Let's just test it out. I don't care. If I ruin it, I ruin it. But as of everything else, I think it came out pretty well. I think the dough came out well when we made it. The whipped cream came out okay. I prefer using the powdered sugar. I'm just called powdered sugar. Um, to it gives it more of a sweetness, and then the glaze came out really well. I believe. I mean, it says it has to be a thick batter, but also good enough to drizzle. And I mean, that's definitely for drizzling. But I don't get why they tell you to they tell they tell you to dunk it in, but then I don't know. I might just drizzle it over instead of dumping it in. I feel like that's better. Um, but yeah, this was fun. I enjoyed this. This is a very easy recipe: water, flour, sugar, butter, uh, and that's it. Oh, and eggs to when it comes to come to a dough, and then just make a batch of whipped cream, and then obviously just milk and confectioner sugar plus vanilla, and bam, you're done. Probably the easiest recipe I've ever did. Second easiest, I think the first was the fry bread. That was easiest since it was just flour, oil, and what else? Water. I don't even remember. It was long ago. Flour, baking powder, salt, oil, and milk. That looks good though. I can go for some fry bread. Don't have a dip though. Ooh, maybe like a nice cheese dip. That would work. Or I feel like it would work. And then we made the candy sweet potatoes. That video came out today on the 7th. But those came out really good too. We have 3 minutes left until those are done. So, but then we have to let them cool. So I don't know how long that's going to take. But we can wait. And probably maybe 5-10 minutes. Probably 10. But just throw it in there. Got to clean up anyway. Uh, we'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. And then I gotta figure out what I want to make next. Oh, well, I think I just found it. What do you think? I think Grilla's chicken fingers. Those are pretty good. So that I might make that sometime next week. Awesome. 2 minutes left. That one looks good, but I don't like... Oh, that's optional. We should make banana bread too. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Oh, we can make this, we can make that. I'm excited to see what they look like. I'm afraid to see what they look like too. I don't want to burn them, but at the same time they were pretty thick. So we have a minute left, and then we get to see our beauty and see how well I did. Knowing my luck, they'll probably be burnt, but that's okay. And then I'm going to let them cool, and then we will dig in them. Like, I kind of don't want to let one cool just to see how it is, but at the same time, it's like, no, do what the directions say. We have 30 seconds left. It's nerve-wracking. But, and it'll be okay. Knowing my luck, they'll probably be undercooked too. It's either going to be overcooked or undercooked. Who knows? But 9, 8, 7, 6. Oh! I get why you could put the whipped cream on there. Let me... I don't know how they're supposed to... Okay. So, they actually puff up. I could take that one. Let me get a dish. Now, we could share the test results. We have to let them cool. But this one... Oh, wow. Alright, so... This is how it looks like. They definitely puffed up a lot. So I get where you could see... It's flaky. I could definitely see where you could stuff them. But this one you can't stuff because it's too thin. So, let's taste test. I'm going to scratch my ear. I'm going to add the... Actually, drizzle this over it. Kind of. And then, once the other one's cool, I'll use the whipped cream. Are we ready? Is that what it looks like? I'm nervous. It's nice and flaky and soft and fluffy on the inside. So by themselves, they taste pretty bland. But I guess that's why you add the whipped cream and the drizzle to it. Oops. Otherwise, they're pretty good. The the drizzle definitely adds that sweetness to it. I know it's kind of hard to describe at the moment since I'm kind of waiting for the full version of the whipped cream and whatnot. But just the drizzle and the the batter, it was pretty good. I will say, like I said, the batter itself probably won't be good alone. I feel like if you add a vanilla to it, it would give it that nice vanilla flavor to you can eat alone. But this is actually just a very plain. Well, it's not really a cookie because they're soft, but it's really plain in flavor, so it's not really not really good to eat by itself. But having the whipped cream and the glaze definitely helps. All right, so we will wait a few minutes on these. See, this one really didn't. See, I'm not really sure how you're supposed to poke holes in them. Like, let's do this. It almost tastes like what do you call it? Oh my god, I can't think of it. Funnel cake, just without the flavoring. Because don't you add vanilla to funnel cake? Alright, so yeah, this is definitely still too hot. But, I tried to add whipped cream to it, but I don't think there is a fork. Give me 1 second, sorry. Alright. So, that's very sweet. So yeah, the whipped cream and the glaze definitely add that flavor to it. It actually feels like I'm eating a funnel cake. That's what these remind me of. Like a nice funnel cake from Six Flags. I honestly, I don't feel like I'm going to be able to fill them. I think they're flat, too flat. Maybe something happened, but I don't know. I think I'll have to end it here then, because I don't think I can fill any of them. Maybe that's what the pastry bag does. Maybe it like heightens it a little. Unless the tip was too small, but I mean I cut the tip pretty big, so I don't know. they're good nonetheless. I will say that these turned out good. It almost makes me want to make these again with vanilla to see how they taste, to give that nice like a vanilla, like when we stir in the eggs, or even when we stir in the flour, probably with the eggs. Uh, Add in like a nice dash or two of vanilla to give it that kind of vanilla-y flavor. So maybe you could just eat these on their own. But I mean, they are definitely good. I will say that. I just want to know the secret to how do you fill them. Mm. 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 But not bad. I give this a thumbs up. Still better than the buzzard bite video. I will say that. I'm gonna wash my hands real quick. And then we'll review one more time. So I give this a thumbs up. I think um, the product is good. I would say maybe I would maybe say maybe a different piping bag next time or whatnot. Maybe try adding a little bit of vanilla to see if it gives it that nice flavor. I'm not sure exactly how you are to fill these, but hey, they're still good. So I give this a thumbs up. This Sugar-Dusted Choux Twists, definitely a nice treat to have at home, or a nice dessert with whipped cream and some drizzle. And I mean, you probably could add anything to this. You probably add like a little bit of a chocolate, a nice chocolate drizzle. You probably can add ice cream, like when they're hot like this or something, maybe fill like a bowl and then add some ice cream and then drizzle or whatnot. Maybe even caramel too. I think that might work as well. So, yep, that concludes this video. Again, I gave this a thumbs up. So yeah, that's it. Thumbs up. Remember to be the best you can be, and I will see you all in the next cooking video. Bye!